That's muted. That's the muted part. Everything was muted, including you and me. Welcome back to me, right? Please excuse my absence. I shouldn't even say that. I've been gone so long that I don't even have like a reasonable way of saying that, oh, sorry I've been gone for so long. Because basically, it's become the standard. The standard is that I don't do this. Instead of the standard being that this is what I do and that I've been missing it, the lately the standard has been I don't do this. So in fact, instead of me saying sorry for not being here, let me just take that all back and say you're welcome that I'm here right now, because now it almost seems like before it was like I was missing, for the first few days that I didn't do any tattooing. It's like I was missing tattooing. Now it's like I don't even tattoo, and yet here I am tattooing. So it's like I'm doing extra now. See how nice that is? So there's that. And if anybody who's not watching right now, that I know about, has any ideas for a tattoo, I could use one right about now. Right now would be a great time for me to get a new tattoo idea from you, because I didn't bring one. I didn't bring a new idea. And it's a little embarrassing, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So what if we just did a frowny face? It could be that. That could be the idea of the day. And maybe I would just do that, just to represent maybe you. I'm not this. That's not where I'm at right now. Maybe maybe my face, if I was going to do a tattoo that represented where I'm at right now, maybe I would do a tattoo of the YouTube symbol, because I'm on YouTube right now. That doesn't make sense, I'm realizing. I mean, it does make sense as far as the tone of what I was saying goes, but it doesn't actually work for what I'm trying to do. And that's okay. I gotta turn this part off, because I can't be looking at stats while I'm doing this. That's too much. That's too much of what I don't want. We could do an ice cream cone. I don't know why that popped into my head. I haven't had an ice cream cone in a long time. But if I was gonna do an ice cream cone, it would not look like that. That's not how I would do it, because that's ugly. So I would do it again if I was going to. I'm not even saying that I'm gonna do an ice cream cone tattoo. I'm just saying if I don't get an idea now, I might have to start doing that, you know? And that's where I'm at. Would it be bigger? Would it possibly be a double scoop? A double scoop ice cream cone? Because if you do an ice cream cone tattoo, you can really, you can do any color you want, and then that's a different tattoo for every color. If I did a red smiley face and a purple smiley face and a green smiley face, smiley faces, they would all be the same tattoo. It doesn't matter what color you make a smiley face tattoo, it's the same tattoo every time. Everybody would, you wouldn't even go, I have a red smiley face tattoo. You would just say, I got a smiley face tattoo, and then maybe it would come up later that it's red. But if you're doing an ice cream cone tattoo, I gotta figure out these buttons. I don't want my face that close. If you're doing an ice cream cone tattoo and you got a green one or a white one, that's two completely different tattoos. Because one says, I like ice cream. And then one says, I like ice cream and I'm an adult. It's pistachio, not lime. Who's eating key lime ice cream? Anybody? Anybody out there eating key lime pie flavored ice cream? Okay, then I won't. Then I won't do it. Then I won't do a green one. And I might not even do an ice cream cone. I can honestly say I don't know why ice cream cone popped into my head today. Let's to make sure yeah, it's all good. Aw. This is the wiggly worm stencil. Look at that. I love when these little guys pop up every once in a while because I don't finish a lot of tattoos. But if anybody knows what this is, then congratulations, you're a fucking nerd. You're an internet dork because I don't know what this is and I'm an internet dork. But I just knew that I was supposed to get it as a tattoo for the internet dorks. Got a couple other surprises I will not be revealing today. I was just about to reveal a surprise, but I realized it was going to completely fall on deaf ears because there's only one person that this surprise would affect, and I don't even know his name. I just know he's not from here. And maybe that should be enough for me to say I'm not even gonna let that one go. I'm not even gonna honor the person. I'll tell you what it is. Guys, I was thinking of y'all. I was thinking of the one person that this would affect. And nobody will probably know why I'm showing you this. I guarantee it. I guarantee there's not a single person watching or who will watch. And if you're watching and you know what this is, if you know why I'm showing you this right now, I'll send you $100 worth of my hair. I will send you a clump of my hair that I can personally guarantee will sell for $100 to the right person. If you can tell me why I'm showing you this pack of Tim Tams right now. Anybody? Let me know. There's $100 worth of hair on the market, but you just gotta speak up, and you gotta, and maybe I'll even leave that open for if you're not here right now, and you know, and you're watching later, and you see that, and you even maybe you were scrolling through. I'll even give you a second opportunity. That way, if you were scrolling through the timeline of this video, and you saw me holding this up and then you paused here and played and actually watched this part, it's because you recognized it and now you're thinking, why was that all about? And then you realize, oh yeah, it's from ... episode what? Somebody, if anybody knows why I'm showing you this right now, should I try one? Maybe later. There's a very good reason. People all over the world who don't know, and then there's people in the rest of the world, or even in the same spots as the people who don't know, but they're just living next door to each other, and they haven't met and exchanged snacks, and it's actually, I don't even know where I'm going with this. This is what I'm rusty. I'm a little rusty on both talking and drawing. But these ice cream cones are coming along. That's working. I don't even know. Nobody even wants me to get an ice cream cone tattoo. What am I thinking? Honestly, it might just be better for me to actually do a smiley face tattoo today. That might make the most sense, if we're all being honest, which we are. We're all honest here. Because if we're not, our tattoo's going to be full of lies. Let me just fix the focus on this really quick, because it's trying to do some autofocus shit, and I'm not fond of robots trying to control my camera. There we go. This way, if I mess up, it's my fault, and I can't be blaming robots. Why am I just drawing ice cream cones today? I've only drawn a couple ice cream cones in my life. See, that one's got sprinkles. That's a whole nother tattoo. It looks like I'm doing ice cream today. I didn't want to, and I still don't want to. So please, if you have an idea for a tattoo, comment it immediately. I need a new tattoo idea that is not going to be an ice cream cone. Because I don't eat ice cream cones. I really don't. It's not something that I like to buy, but I do love eating them. I love eating ice cream cones of all flavors. You ever have a rainbow cone? The cone itself is never actually going to be full rainbow unless you go to a professional. But if you get yourself a box of rainbow cones, you can have any color ice cream cone you want. You can have white ice cream on a green cone. And that's another tattoo. Imagine if this cone was green right now. And then I used the same ice cream from this one, the same color, right there. You'd think, well, I thought you said you have to have different flavor ice creams for it to be. No, you could do the cone a different color. And then that's a whole nother vibe. There's so many different vibes you can achieve with color in ice cream. And it doesn't work with other things. Like, I honestly think the whole thing where there's several different heart emojis. I mean, each of these hearts, you can tell, is exactly the same. It doesn't matter if you color it differently. These are all the same. Does not matter what you do inside that heart. It's all heart. Okay? So if you're going to give yourself a heart tattoo, just keep in mind that you're being super basic. Okay? I don't have any heart tattoos. And I've got a lot of really stupid tattoos. None of them are hearts. Do I have a smiley face? I do have a smiley face. And smiley face tattoos are also basic, so maybe I should just give myself a heart tattoo. Honestly. That'd actually be pretty legit for today. If I just did a heart instead of an ice cream cone. Because I'm looking at this ice cream cone tattoo and I'm like, that's stupid. That's a bad idea. But it's a pretty good idea, honestly. An ice cream cone tattoo. I would actually recommend. Especially if you have colored ink. By the way, if you're watching this later, because who knows? But I only know one, Linda, lately. Not lately. Why did I even say that? But that's the one person I know who would benefit from this message. Linda, if you want colored ink, just tell me. I know you probably don't want to share your address with me, but we could probably figure something out. Because I was thinking, you can't buy colored inks, and you're not legally allowed to give somebody else a colored ink tattoo. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be allowed to have colored inks. So if you want colored ink, you send me a message, and we'll figure something out, and I'll just send it to you. And you don't even have to send me any of that French money. What do you guys use up there? I know I'm supposed to remember. Sweden? Shit. I never know. But the fake dollars. You don't even have to send me any fake dollars. Everybody deserves colored ink. Now, if I got sent some fake dollars, I would turn them into dollars and use it to feed my daughter. Which is important. It's actually really important that I do that, but it's not your responsibility. That's not your job. You don't have to be sending me fake dollars just so my daughter gets fed. She'll get fed with my dollars. I'm just saying, I could really use a new tattoo idea because this is what I'm coming up with right now. This is embarrassing. It's not actually embarrassing. What if the cone, I'm not going to do this, but that's not really what they look like. Let's start over. If it was like a wafer cone. This is bad. That just got bad. But it does look like an ice cream. It's not bad. That's not bad. It's okay. I got banned off TikTok. I got my account deleted on TikTok, and I'm not gonna act like that bothered me because it's happened before, and I'll just make a new one. But guess what? It was a little bit. It does set me back a little bit because I was excited about how I could show all my friends on TikTok my tattoo ideas, and now TikTok's like, "Hey man, too far, too far," and I'm like, I'm just trying to have some fun tattooing. I'm not even doing anything bad. I'm not showing anything bad. But they got me on bullying because apparently I bullied somebody. So they deleted my TikTok. And I didn't even... Am I a bully? Maybe. Ask my daughter. I was just thinking about it last night when I was throwing a ball at her head repeatedly. I threw like a rubber ball at her head over and over again. Not the coolest move. But it felt right at the time. I was like, this is fun. We're just having fun together. She didn't think so. She thought it was mean. And she cried a lot. And then later she had a headache. And that's when I realized I maybe messed up. But what do you do? You know, sometimes, yeah, maybe you just don't throw balls at little kids' heads. That would probably be the answer to that question of what do you do? What if I just did a ball tattoo? Right? Now that's a thing. See, people would be like, what is that, a circle? And I actually say, no, it's actually a ball. Especially if it had some lines on it to make it like, you know, its own thing. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's not. It doesn't look like a ball. Trying. I do kind of like the idea of doing a heart tattoo today because I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do this ice cream cone. But maybe on another time, if somebody if I got a comment right now about a flavor of ice cream, you can bet I would do that. I would do the ice cream flavor. I would do a cone right now. I would do a tattoo of an ice cream cone right now if somebody says a flavor that I would make that ice cream. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think anybody's got the balls to tell the king what flavor ice cream he should tattoo on himself right now. So that's fine. You keep it to yourself. I'm going to do probably a heart. These hearts are getting less good. That looks more like an arrowhead, which is not necessarily good. I always thought it was really cute the way Cupid's arrows had a heart on them. What is this? Why does it look like that? I don't know. Maybe a shooting star. Maybe a shooting star heart. That's cute. Maybe a heart on fire. I almost accidentally did that. Apparently, oh, that's like a shining heart. That's pretty cool. A heart with a crown. That's cute. What if I put a heart under my crown? There's no room. There's no room for that, guys. Sorry. Too bad. Happens. I think it happens. It's happening right now. Oof. I forgot how stupid I feel when I'm talking, and I just keep talking. But there's nothing wrong with feeling stupid. It's when you are stupid. Now that you want to avoid. You want to avoid being stupid. But feeling stupid is just a natural result of trying something that maybe you don't think you can do. And if you're feeling stupid, but you know you're not stupid, you should actually be proud of yourself because that means you're doing something you don't think you're capable of. And guess what? You probably are. You probably can do it. And you're actually smarter than you think. But you're too busy feeling stupid, like I have for the last few months. This has been a real learning experience about procrastination because that bug, that little procrastination bug, will outlive any the procrastination bug outlives any. Never mind, because here we are. It's dead. Well, is it? We'll see tomorrow. Let's see tomorrow if the procrastination bug is dead. But until then, I'm going to put scribbles on a piece of paper and see if it looks like something I would make a tattoo out of. That's my job. That's the only thing I'm here to do right now. I really do think the heart's not a bad idea. But it would have to be the right heart. And maybe that would even be something I should freehand. Maybe I should just do a freehand heart today. How long have I been on here? 20 minutes, huh? Have I been just bullshitting out of my mouth for 20 fucking minutes? What is my problem? I'm just gonna do a freehand little heart. Because the idea, never mind. How are you? Oh. Oh, that's too bad. Heard that. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Anyways, we have everything we need to accomplish today's mission, which is a heart. Now I'm thinking it might be, I should probably color it in with something. Oh, I do have a heart tattoo. Right here. Right there on my bicep. Mm-hmm. This is from a friend. My stripper friend gave me this tattoo. And it has my mom's name on it. Sheila is my mom. So luckily, I have one woman who owns my heart, and it's not my mom, although she is a great woman. If I said that she owned my heart, it might be a little gay. A real woman. Not that my mom's not a real woman. She's technically the most real woman. But okay, so a woman who is my age, right? Now her name is Ariel, doesn't mind that I have another woman's name tattooed on my bicep. Right? Because it's such a good bicep that you think, wow, you can put anything you want on that and I'll be your wife. That's what she would say. She would say, I don't care what you put on your bicep, it's so good. It's so big, right? That's what she says all the time. She says, I don't mind that you have your mom's name tattooed on your bicep. But if I was going to be going around disrespecting all kinds of women all over the world, the way the TV wants us to, don't watch TV unless you want to turn into a womanizer. Because everybody who watches TV disrespects women. That's what I think. I think if you're watching TV, you are actively disrespecting women. And if you're a woman watching TV, you might as well cut yourself. Too far. Maybe that's too far. Maybe that's not actually how I feel. And I just like saying. My ink was dried shut because of how long I haven't been tattooing. So excuse me for letting myself go for so long. So I do have a heart tattoo. I'm pretty embarrassed that I forgot that one. But I didn't give it to myself. Although I did color it in because it's on my right arm. This is where I put my tattoos because it's got my hand for the needle. I can do that with. But if I put a needle in this hand and try to tattoo this side, it gets really sloppy. So I had to have a stripper do the outline and these as well. But then I just colored it in because then I could still say, hey, I did it. And then coloring in, it doesn't take so much like accuracy. Anyways, getting really far behind myself. So I've got this ink and I've got these needles, right? Those are the things this is going to be, I know it might be unfortunate for some people, but this is going to be the time of day that I'm going to be tattooing now. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I actually think it's a pretty stupid time to be tattooing myself first thing in the morning. But it's the only time of day where I have like full control over what happens in here and in here, right? Because as soon as the sun comes up, you get directions from the Lord, from the lady, from the baby who's not here right now. She's at her mom's, thank goodness, because she would be bitching. She would be like, why can't I tattoo myself? Because you're 6. Because you're 6 and I'm not. It's going to be tough to stop her from giving herself tattoos probably in the future because of how cool I make it look. And that's something I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with a lot of questions about this whole project. Like, even right now, I'm like, should I be doing this? This seems like, am I really going to put this in my skin? Is that really a good idea? What's an idea? You know, what's a good idea? What's a bad idea? Nobody really knows. I'm going to get some lube. I brought out my speed stick because I thought I was going to draw something. I'm not. I'm not drawing anything. I'm just going to do a tattoo of a heart. Because that's what today's all about. It's all about the heart. Think with your heart. I had a good talk with my mom the other day. Because we were discussing, like, doing the right thing, basically. And how there's so many people out here. Maybe even you. Maybe you're not even doing the right thing. There's a chance. And if you're not, that's okay. You can start. You can start doing the right thing anytime now. But we were talking about how if you if you lead with your heart, you can never go wrong. If you make decisions with love, it's always the right move. That's what we decided. And then we were talking about like what do the people what kind of decision making are evil people using? Like how do you justify your actions if you're not using your heart, right? Because if you use your heart, you can always say, well, I was just following love, and it always works. But if you don't use your heart to make decisions, there's people who make a lot of mean decisions out there, and they justify it. They say this was the right thing to do. And then they're not thinking I was mean to that person with my heart. Nobody's going around I was being abusive verbally or physically with my heart, right? That's not really how people make decisions for that. You can't lie that hard, right? I mean, I guess there's some moms out there who are like, I had to spank him because I love him so much. Probably not. Probably something else was going on. And because I asked my mom, like, if the right way to make decisions is with love, how are people justifying their decisions when they're being hateful? Because hateful people aren't going around saying, I'm doing this because I hate it. I'm doing this because I'm angry. Nobody ever thinks that. Nobody ever goes, I'm mad, and that's why I was angry and mean. Right? Linda, you don't have to rewind to find out. I had a message just for you, and it was that if you want some colored ink, let me know. And you'd have to give me an address to send it to, but I was thinking I could just send people colored ink. I'll just send you some green ink. Since you can't get it, I'll just mail it to you. Nobody can stop me from doing that because I'm not selling it and you're not giving it to somebody else. So even though it's frowned upon in your country, doesn't mean you shouldn't deserve access to green ink. So just let me know and I'll get a bottle of it and send it your way. I'm not taking recommendations immediately now, unless you have one, because I haven't started. But I decided I'm just going to do a little heart, which I can admit is pretty gay, but there's nothing wrong. Okay, that's not true. There is something wrong with gay, but don't tell YouTube I said that. I meant like, no, I gotta be able to, I don't know. It's tricky because I have all these opinions, but I don't want to get kicked off the internet. So maybe I should just keep my mouth shut sometimes. I mean, here I am penetrating myself. So I was asking my mom, I said, Mom, what do people who aren't making decisions, when people make decisions that aren't loving, what do hateful people use to justify their actions? What does an angry, mean, unloving person say is their reasoning behind their I'm going to do this horrible thing? And my mom thought about it, and she had a very insightful lady. She said, there's so much build up to this moment now about what my mom said that I feel kind of embarrassed about how simple it is. This is actually a pretty easy answer. The way people justify their evil actions is with logic. And I was like, oh, yeah, they do. Yep, that's exactly what it is. And you can use logic to justify love. You can use logical deduction very easily to take you down the path of, I'm going to do the right thing. It's the right thing to do the right thing logically. But that's the trick with logic, is you can pretty much use it to justify anything. And I've been doing it my whole life. I'm really good at it. I'm really good at justifying negative behaviors with a little bit of logic. Not a good move. If logic is the only thing you're using to make a decision, you're probably making a mean, bad decision. That's just how it is. So you always want to go, it's not, how are you? I noticed your TikTok is down. That's right, they took it down. I just did a tutorial about how to do tattoos, and they said, you know what, that's the last straw. Because I've been pulling a lot of straws lately. Or adding a lot of straws to the camel's back is what technically so they were like, that's too many straws. TikTok is a weak ass camel. And they can't even handle these fucking straws that I got. I don't even, my straws aren't even that heavy. And they got there's so many bullshit straws on TikTok. And mine was the last one. Not cool. This was my Father's Day present. I haven't even been around since Father's Day. Oh, this is so embarrassing. My daughter's name is Luna, like the moon. So she was like, it's like perfect. And I was like, it's kind of gay, but I'll take it. And now it's the only cup I'm allowed to drink out of. Because if she ever, good to see you, Linda. I'm really glad you're here. No, but seriously, let me know about the ink thing. I'm not asking you to comment your address. That would be weird, but we could figure something out. I want to be the world's colored ink supplier. I decided that might be a cool way to go. But until then, I'm just going to tattoo a heart on my arm. Check this one out. I got another mean one. I got another mean bump on my head. Can we see it? Let me share it. How does this happen? My eyes are right here. I'm walking around with eyeballs right here. And you'd think if something was coming towards my forehead, the receptors that are supposed to warn me about that are right there. This should be the most protected part of my body, and yet, oh, if you want colored ink, I want to send you some, like I could get a bottle of that green ink and just send it to you. Since you can't buy it, apparently. That's what they're telling me on the internet. I would love to just I'll get the colored ink and then I'll ship it. I'll just put it in a box with an address on it and just send it to you. And now you've got colored ink. That's a pretty good idea, right? It's like a drug dealer. Not that I support drug dealing, but I do, technically. I actually do technically support drug dealing. It's weird. I'm really confused lately about right and wrong and how to live life. That's a big... I'm going to be honest. Here's a little honest moment for you. I've been worrying that giving myself tattoos would anger God. And I'm still worried about it. You know? But I also saw a movie called The Pilgrim's Progress where the king, the guy on the path towards God, got distracted by rules. And he was like, and it was a big scene where he was like, I'm going to do all the rules and that's how I'll get to God. That's not how it works. The movie even says, it's not about following the rules, it's about following the path. And then this is my path, so I guess I got to just follow it, because if I try to get caught up in the Old Testament saying that pagans are gay, tattooing yourself is gay, but it doesn't make it evil. It's just dark. Tattooing, we can agree, this is dark. What we're doing is darkness. It's a little bit of darkness. It happens. Just don't deny it. I think that's the main thing. That's what I've decided. Is as long as I don't pretend this is some sort of positive act, that I'm somehow bringing light to the world by stabbing myself with a needle covered in ink. I mean, that's what I've been thinking that for a long time. Oh, I didn't even know. I heard about it earlier, but it's about what's in it, right? I trust that these coming new types, I'm good for now. I have plenty left. Well, good for you. I guess maybe my plan for becoming the world's #1 colored ink supplier is not. Maybe I need another idea. That's fine. I'll come up with some new ideas. Yeah, it is technically about what's in them, but what's in them is what gives them so much color. You know? And don't you want that? Okay, I'm just going to try. I'm just going to put a little itty bitty heart right here. What if I did a big heart and it took up this whole spot? That's actually a pretty good spot for a heart tattoo. I'm not against that. Let's do it upside down, though. I'm going to do an upside down heart. There we go. And we're off. And it's happening. But yeah, I've just been trying to figure out because I decided I do believe in God. I decided that very recently. Not that recently. Recently enough that it's still confusing to me what it all means. And I know it's kind of gay to worry about that stuff too. You know, it's not cool to be like, I don't know if this is the right thing to do, guys. So, I guess I just have to be okay with the fact that I'm a confused guy. That's okay too. And at least let me finish this damn project. Like, let me at least, before I start wondering if I'm gonna go to hell for tattooing myself, which I probably won't. Maybe. Probably not. When I say it out loud, it sounds so stupid. That, like, this is what would get me burning for eternity. That doesn't really make sense. But I think it is gonna, what would be the result? What's the most realistic negative result outcome of giving yourself a tattoo? Like, if giving yourself a tattoo would bring any, because it's not going to be that God is going to strike me down or something. That's not realistic. It's unrealistic, in fact. Or we just have to do line work for now to fill in later when there is ink we can buy. Damn it, Linda. You're already doing it. You're already being smarter than me. I thought I was being real clever to be like, I'll just sell the colored ink. But no, I think you're correct in that we should probably listen to the folks who are saying these colored inks are dangerous, because that's what the thing is there's apparently ingredients in green ink that gives people cancer. And I'm sorry if you have cancer right now and I just triggered you, but let's be honest. You probably didn't get it from ink. You probably got it from something else. And I'm sorry that I'm even saying that. I should just shut my mouth. This is what happens when I get on camera and start going off. I start telling people why they got cancer. And that's not right. I don't know why you got cancer. I just know that you have to deal with that now. And I'm going to poke myself. And those are two unrelated things. So why am I bringing it up? It's hard to say. But here we are. I'm going to fill this heart in today. Can we get a color? Linda, or anybody else. If anybody else comes in, I'm going to give them priority over color choice. But what color should this heart be? Because I was saying earlier that it doesn't matter what color the heart is. It's all hearts. Every heart is a heart, no matter what color it is. And that's a very unracist thing for me to say. So you're welcome to the people who think I'm racist for giving you a reason to... So I'm sorry to the people who think I'm racist for giving you a reason to think I'm not. I am racist. But it has nothing to do with heart colors. Anyways. I'm going to fill this in today. I'm going to put toxic ink in my heart today. And you get to help me pick what color it's going to be. And one of these days, I'm going to be better about looking at the camera instead of the screen. Instead of staring at my face on the screen and marveling at how my mouth moves while I'm talking. You already know my color, but what about original red? A red heart tattoo. That would be pretty cool. That's not bad. Should I do it green, though? Or do I have your color wrong? Because that would be even more embarrassing. But you did say red. And that makes me think I should do red, because you said it. And I have a lot of red ink. I think I'll do red. That's a good one. I hope I'm not stupid. What if I was just really stupid this whole time? And nobody told me? Lime green. Thank God. That'd be awkward if I got that wrong. Do you ever think that? Like, am I so stupid that everybody just doesn't want to tell me. They just feel bad. And they're just letting me think I'm like doing it. Maybe. It's technically possible. I like to think I'm smart. This heart got too small. I wanted it to take up more of this space, but now there's a lot of empty space surrounding the heart. All because I just wanted to freehand it. Maybe this is the right amount of space though. I should be a little easier on myself. That is an adorable heart though, I will say. I'll say it since nobody else is going to say it. That is an adorable ass heart. So congratulations to me for that. A lot of changes, but that spot seems like it would look great with some red. Yeah, I hear that, because all the blue around it, and then the pink right next to it, the red would pop. Thanks, Linda. You're right. I think I was gonna say orange, but red is a much better idea. Because there's all these cool colors around it. Orange is pretty warm too. But a heart really should be red. I think that's what the conclusion I came to with all the different colors. There's so many different colors of hearts. Orange would do it too. I agree. But I think red would be I think it's remember this avocado toast? That was the last one I did. That's probably my proudest tattoo, if I'm being honest, is that avocado toast. Speaking of which, not even speaking of which, but it is all related, because my life's changing so much, like I said right before I started going off on color orange. But the avocado toast, I thought was a good abortion tattoo for the Roe v. Wade thing, for the whole American abortion problem. And it was funny because right around that time, and this is only for people who actually want to pay attention to the show now, and sorry, Dad, if you're seeing this before I got a chance to tell you on the phone, but technically, nobody else knows yet, so it's not like you're really missing out. This is just for the real YouTubers. But I got that avocado toast abortion tattoo, and then now I've been off for a while, sort of trying to just figure my own shit out. Let me go refill this coffee. I'll be right back. Cause I have a baby on the way. Don't tell anybody. Cause, if something happens, God willing is what they say. God willing, I have a baby on the way. No abortion there. I'm the guy who's not getting an abortion. How about that? I'll be that guy who didn't get an abortion. Because that's what's going on. That's not the reason that I haven't been tattooing. It's actually mostly been because it's summer break. There's no excuses. It's not really a good excuse. But I've just been hanging out with my daughter and trying to find out what my next career is going to be, basically. I've been reorganizing everything in my life. So that's where I've been. Trying to figure out how to make everything, all these pieces fit together for the new baby. I got my soap on a paper towel, and then I'm going to dip my paper towel in water. And that's going to be my way of being clean today. Because I don't have any water mixed in with my soap bottle the way I normally do. It's a heart. Oh, I know something was off. Congrats. Or I'm sorry. I don't know. Nice. Proper answer from a scratcher. That is the right answer. I mean, technically, I think it's the wrong answer. I think we're supposed to just say congrats. But it is funny to say I'm sorry. People are like, ooh, is that really what you wanted? Duh! You mean a little person who is going to forever think of me as a god? You're welcome. That's fun. That's a good time. I'm too busy trying to convince people on YouTube that I'm a god. Meanwhile, what you really want to do is create a person. And if you create a person, that's basically the closest to God that I think anybody could get, right? So thanks God for the opportunity, right? Who knows? Maybe. Anyways, I'll just stop. Sometimes you just gotta stop yourself before you say something really stupid, right? That's not what I'm supposed to do. Apparently, people like when I say stupid shit, but when it's really, really stupid, it 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 makes me stumble over my words. So I gotta watch out for that stuff. But it is fun. We are having fun here. Now, I just gotta get some more ink on this needle. But first we need lube. I almost forgot. I'm getting caught up in the steps because I'm not in the zone like I've been for a while. Holy moly. But we have our lube. We have our tat. Linda, I'm so glad you're here. I was like, man, I hope this new time frame doesn't get in the way of people tuning in. Because I know it's not always terribly convenient to be live. But I think if I find some consistency. But yeah, dude, I mean, combination of summer break, TikTok ban, pregnancy. Oh, new job. I've been trying to figure out how to make money editing videos. So that's fun and it's working technically. So hey, if you have a if you it, not just you Linda, but to everybody in the whole world, if you've got a skill or a skill that you'd like to have, just know it is very possible to make money doing that skill. Now, it's probably not tattooing, but there's a lot of things you can learn how to do in this world and people need it. People need help doing all kinds of stuff. And hopefully there's enough people who need help making a video and they just don't want to put in the effort and time to edit it that I can be like, hey, I'll do it. And then they'll be like, cool, we got someone to do it. That's what I'm trying to do. And again, it's working. But that's what I've been doing, spending all my time on. Is trying to figure that out. So, and trying to make my wife comfortable because it is very uncomfortable to grow a baby. So I hear. I've heard it's very uncomfortable. So, lots of support. And then we made it here. And now let's get off. Not I meant like in a launching way, but not in like the yeah, let's get off. I meant like get off the platform, not like get off the chemicals in the brain that make you happy or think you're happy because you have a. Anyways, I have to figure out how to navigate this new mindset that I've taken because I've been so like freedom based. I've been so all about freedom my whole life that I thought I can say whatever I want. And that was the fun. The fun was like, I'll just say whatever I want. But I've been starting to feel a little guilty about some things that I say. And I've been really trying to track, like, if what I'm saying is true and the effects of what I'm saying have on other people, which is a little gay. Maybe I should not worry so much about what other people think. But I'm not really worried about what other people think when I'm talking and when I'm stopping myself from saying something. I mean, I guess I technically am. no matter what, it's all about what other people are thinking. No, it's for me, yeah. Because, you know, when you say stuff, if you just whiling out and saying stuff, your brain picks that up, you know? If you say something you don't believe, the next day you're gonna feel different than I mean, you feel different every day. We all feel different every day, but when you're saying things that aren't true, lying hurts, is what I'm trying to say. And even if it's a joke, like what I always cover up what I'm saying with is, I'm always trying to tell myself, no, I'm just joking. That's just a joke. I didn't mean that. Dark jokes still, your brain doesn't really know the difference necessarily. Actually, it probably does, huh? Brains probably know when you're joking. Like if you say something to be funny, your brains probably never really think, oh, he's lying. I don't know though, sometimes. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say. So I get caught up. I'll be going off on some rant about something and it starts getting dark, and then I have this whole now bug in my head of like, am I causing harm? I should probably stop worrying about that. I should probably just keep saying what I want to say, cuz I think my brain actually does know the difference between joking and lying. So that's something. That's another struggle. There's so many struggles, but one of the struggles that I don't have is making adorable heart tattoos on my arm. I mean, that is cute. That's a really cute heart. I don't think I've ever drawn a heart so cute as I just tattooed that one. So we can all say together that I was going to finish the sentence with Bram is dope. We can all say together that Bram is dope. But nobody wants to say that with me. Not right now, at least. Give me a couple weeks of leading a chant about how dope I am, and then maybe at the end of that couple weeks, people will just start wanting to say it naturally. Who knows? Bram is dope. Bram is dope. Bram is dope. See? It's catchy, right? You kind of want to get in on that, huh? You should. Say it. Just say it. Bram is dope. It's fun. It's fun to say, trust me. It's what you really want. Okay, let's get this thing sharpened up a little bit. And then I'll bust out that red ink. That's getting sharp. That's getting nice and sharp. There we go. Will having a baby launch my tattoo game to the next level? Probably not. I think statistically, no. No, Bram is the king of dope. Bram is the king. It doesn't flow. That's true. I am the king of dope. But yo, Linda, you probably won't care too much because you don't really partake. But even dope, I've been like, ooh, is that really what I should be doing with my brain? Should I really be indulging myself with cannabis? It's tricky out there. So I'm running sober, besides caffeine. Maybe I'll pick up cigarettes again. Maybe the stress of real life will be too much without weed. But the Bible, I think, says you can smoke cigarettes. Right? So, at least there's that. Just kidding. I don't just do things because the Bible says it. That is for dorks, I think. Right? Isn't it kind of dorky to, like, live your life based on the Bible? Like, change everything about what you're doing to follow that? It's kind of dorky. But a lot of people who do that seem happy and rich. Have you ever met a rich Christian? They're all over the place. And I'm not trying to say out loud that I want to be Christian to increase my chances of becoming rich. Because if I say it out loud, it's even worse than thinking it. But, I mean, there's definitely a part of me that's like, well, if if God said that reading the Bible makes you rich, but that's probably where all those stories about the people who follow God and don't get rich are about. You know, there's a lot of stories in that book about how you might follow God your entire life and just be constantly dealing with stress. And that would be like God's test. We're all getting tested all the time. Just because you say you read the Bible doesn't mean the tests are going to stop coming. And I think even in a lot of the cases, once you start reading the Bible, the tests start coming even more. I don't want to get tested, I want to get rich. So that's why I have to keep my mouth shut sometimes, because I think that's blasphemy. And I can't be a blasphemer. Of all things, I would rather, I'll tattoo myself, but if I'm blaspheming, apparently that gets you in more trouble. So see how messed up this is? It's weird, because I'm not supposed to be like, I've always thought Christianity was so stupid. I really have. I've spent my whole life making fun of it. Just thinking it was so dumb. But it's been slowly creeping into my head of like, maybe it's real. It's hard to say. Just being honest. I'm just trying to be honest with the people who I trust most. With the person who, Linda, you get me better than a lot of people out in the real world. Not that you're not real, but I don't know for sure. You could, oh no, you are. I've seen your tattoos. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Again, this is what happens when you talk. You've been proven. I'll take it back multiple times. Linda is the most real, a skin with ink type human that I'm aware of. Probably in the whole world, there's probably, besides the people who I live with, there's technically nobody more real out there than Linda the Poking Scratcher. So, congrats to you for achieving that, that end. A lot of people make it through their whole life never validating to somebody on the internet that they're real. Who knew? Who knew it could be done so smoothly and swiftly? I'm just saying nothing right now. None of this makes sense. And I hear it in my ears from my mouth, and I'm embarrassed most of the time. And it's what keeps me from doing this so regularly. So I need to stop being embarrassed because it's getting in my way. So, let's see. We're going to get red now. But yeah, I've just, because of how, like, flexible I've let my brain be, my mind. I've been playing the game of anything is possible for so long. And, like, do what you want for so long. That now oh, Jason's here. What's up, Jason? How are you? Thank goodness. The reality is still intact. I love reality. This is great. We're doing a red heart today. And we're talking about how I believe in God now, and that's why I'm having a baby. So there's a baby on the way. I'm questioning whether or not tattooing myself is going to get me sent to hell. And at least we got Jason and Linda here. So I'm not alone, and I'm not afraid. And those are the first two lessons. Not the first, they have nothing to do with the rules. God is good. I agree. God is good. In fact, it's even possible to just say good. Like, good bless you. Or, oh my good. Like, you could do that and it would still apply, because it's everything good. Like, that's what it's supposed... Isn't it just... But it's a little gay to talk about, right? Except the Bible says you should talk about it and that it's not gay. And that's the biggest book of all time. So I'm like, why does it feel so gay? And I think that's society. I think Satan is the one in here telling me God is gay, right? So if you ever think God is gay, you got to know that is Satan. And he's trying to convince you of something that's not true. God is good. Gay is not God. And good is gay. Gay is... Hi, Linda. Good to see you. I'm just going to stop reading these. You guys do your talking. I'm just going to fill this damn heart with redness. But yeah, anyways, that's why I haven't been around Jason, is my whole life is changing. You caught me, Jason, you caught me right at the end of a good run of freedom and tattooing. And now here we are coming back with God and tattooing, and it's a whole new level. It's a whole different situation than what we've been doing since I started this. And hopefully I can use it to find a little consistency. Because freedom doesn't really breed consistency. Or discipline, or... Because guess what? Sometimes you don't want to poke yourself. Right? You just don't want to do it. It hurts. You can't think of a tattoo. You think it might not go well. Father's Day mug. But with God, it doesn't matter what you want to do. You can do anything. And that's what I'm sort of banking on. If God doesn't make me rich, he can at least make me stronger. And that's all I need right now. I just need a little strength so I can get this tattoo done early in the morning. I'm so glad you guys are here, because I was worried if I start doing this in the morning, nobody's going to be there. I was wrong. And guess what? I've been wrong before, but I will never be wrong again. You do what you have to. Facts. Yeah, we do. We do, in fact. We all gots to. We all gots to do what we have to. Right? Bust that needle. Get a new needle. Fill it in. It's happening. The other thing, there's going to be a baby in the other room soon, and I'm out here being loud. And you know how loud I get when somebody starts popping off and I disagree with them, and I gotta go. I gotta start yelling. Now there's gonna be somebody crying over there, and I'm gonna have to say, "Too bad. Too bad." That's a good heart, right? Look at that thing. Aw, I thought it was gonna be gay. Should I stop saying... Maybe we could come up with another word for gay. That isn't homo. Because homo's a bad word too, I think. But I want to stop saying bad words so that YouTube thinks I'm cool. Because I think this tattooing thing is actually going to make... It's... Because it's like dark, right? But darkness sells. And I'm trying to sell. Right now. I'm trying to sell this video. And if it was just me sitting here talking about God, maybe I should. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. But I think if I throw tattooing in there, YouTube is like, oh, as long as I keep the language on the DL, I think YouTube might see my tattooing and be like, oh, here's some darkness. Let's go send out some depression, because really tattooing yourself should cause depression. And then YouTube would be like, that's exactly what we want to spread. We want to create some depressed teens, so let's teach them how to stick and poke, right? Lo and behold, I'm talking about good stuff, feeling good, being smart, doing the right thing, and as long as I don't use any hyper-offensive language, YouTube has no reason to block that. Because they're not against, YouTube isn't against goodness, they're just for darkness. So if I can mix a little darkness with the goodness, I think we're on to something, but it's just tricky. But luckily, at least I'm not saying like, I don't know. See, I'm confused. I don't know what to do about it, except just keep poking, right? That's our option. And I guess I'm just feeling a little guilty about not poking for so long. And I know you don't want me to. I know nobody here wants me to feel bad. about not being here. And if you do, leave. If you want me to feel bad, leave. I don't want you here. But you don't. You don't want that. You want me to feel good because you're nice and because you're good. Now that we got rid of all the people who are bad. And if you're still here after I told you to leave, get the fuck out of my stream. And I'll stop looking at my screen and I'll focus in. I'm going to get better at looking at that camera instead of checking myself constantly. But until then, totally understandable if you don't have time or the energy to be here, all the new things going on. Here's the thing though, Linda, and it's the thing I've been struggling with the most. There's always time. There's plenty of time and energy. Life. No, you're right. That is the excuse we use. It's easy to say, life is hard. But guess what? I know for a fact this entire time I could have been logging in and doing this. I know you're going easy on me and giving me an out to say, yeah, life's been hard. I don't want to, lose focus. But I literally could have been doing this the whole time. There was never actually anything in my way. Just self-doubt. Self-doubt, fear. That's pretty much it. Everything else is made up. So that's where I've been a little embarrassed. Because I'm like the king of knowing that self-doubt isn't true. I'm like the no fear king. That's not true. I have a lot of fear. And that's the other thing I've been trying to work on is like, there's no reason to be afraid. The world is a cool place. And I made it this far. So anyways, I appreciate the out, but I'm not going to take it. I've been messing up. What am I afraid of? Damn it, Jason, you motherfucker. Why are you asking such pertinent questions? Oh boy, what am I afraid of? I used to say being alone. If you feel better when you do it, just go for it. But remember, you don't have to. True. That's true. That's true. I don't have to. Then why do I want to? Because, it's not like I just like tattooing. It's not like I'm here. I'm not really even here to tattoo. That's not the purpose of this. Isn't that strange? And I'll get back to your question, Jason, but just to be clear, it's not like I'm not the stick and poke king because tattooing is my favorite thing to do. It's entirely like it's like a self-driving purpose of just doing a thing. This is just the thing that I do. And it has nothing to do with what I like doing or what I want to do. And there's not even, like, stabbing myself with a needle with ink on it. That's not like a hobby. I like that I get a tattoo out of it for free. That's like a benefit. That's an added benefit. But it's not like it's my passion. My passion is talking to people who get it, though. Because if you're out there talking to people who don't get it, it actually hurts your feelings a lot because you're always explaining yourself. So that's what I liked when I found out about scratchers and how we're all the same. I was like, oh, well, I can just talk to these people and they'll just get it, So that's actually what this is about. I really just tattoo myself because it brings in people who are like me. And I bet everybody who tattoos themselves pretty much feels the same way about tattooing themselves, where it's like, I don't do this because I like tattoo. Linda, I bet, you don't even really like tattooing yourself. You just like, I'm guessing you like the idea. It's almost, tell me if I'm wrong about this though, but we just do this because we like the idea of tattooing ourselves. The pain isn't good. The cramping, the focus, all of those things aren't in themselves that great of things to be passionate about, but it's just like isn't it like a little bit bigger than, I might be wrong. What I feel better when I do The reason I do this, it's not because I feel better because I tattoo myself. It's because I feel better because I did something that I said I would do a long time ago. Yeah, you're right. Cool, Alex. Thank goodness. I don't know who you are, I'm going to be honest. And I wish I did because if you're telling me I'm right, then I'm like sick. But it's like you don't it's almost what I like doing. You know what I like about tattooing myself is when when somebody, and it never happens. Nobody ever compliments my tattoos because they're all so ugly. Look at these things. Don't even try to tell me that these are good tattoos cuz I'm just going to know you're lying. They're ugly and they're crappy, and that's the charm of it. Is they're all like weird. But I did it. And that's the cool part is when I get to tell people, no, I did those and I stick and poked them too. And then they're like, wait, what? You didn't even use a gun to quickly do it? I was like, no, it took a long time of just poking myself over and over and over again. I really like the look on people's faces when I tell them what's going on. That's what it's really about. I don't like the pain of stabbing myself. Although, sometimes I need it. Actually, I should probably not say that. I think I decided a big part of tattooing is like mindset. So I think if you're cuz I've spent a lot of time doing it to punish myself, thinking about my sins, if you will, while tattooing myself. And that's kind of weird cuz then now your tattoo is filled with dark thoughts. And then I've also done it in honor of ideas or in honor of times in my life. I've done tattoos in honor of rules that I have in my head, things to remember, people to remember. But I really think that, look at this gash. I just bonked my head on a counter. I was brushing my teeth. I dropped the toothpaste cap. I went to go pick it up. Bonk, right on the countertop, right on the corner. Like I was, like, like I'm more reactive to to something attacking my balls. Like if I was gonna get hit in the nuts with something, I would be able to dodge it better, even though my eyes are up here. Hello, eyes are up here. Quit looking at my balls. But if you were looking at my balls, I would sense that more than if you were looking at my forehead for some reason. Like my eyes are right here, but that doesn't make my forehead any safer, even though it's right next to the protectors, and it's even my forehead is even protecting the protector. Still doesn't save me. I don't know how to describe the feeling, but yeah, it's bigger than just getting a tattoo. It's bigger than getting a tattoo. It's bigger than giving yourself a tattoo. It's bigger than Jesus. It's bigger than cigarettes. Bigger than plastic titties. What's this? How's that song go? The sins of the Father are visited upon the Son. Your sins are not all yours. Jason, you're getting deep. And I appreciate that because I could learn a lot from deep people. I can barely understand what that means. I'm going to be honest. Visited upon the Son. Does that mean I'm tattooing myself because my dad? Maybe. Hey, you know what? Honestly, very possible. Great point, Jason. I don't know. I don't. Even the word sin is pretty gay, right? But I'm glad you get it. Jason gets it. I've always thought it was so gay, so maybe I just need to. Maybe that's just my own bullshit for thinking that. Because it's a pretty legit viewpoint to have concern over doing the right thing. I think we should all be concerned about doing the right thing. So if you tattoo yourself, I'm trying to think of like because I was going off about why we do this, right? Symbolic. There's some symbolic stuff in there. Who knows? But yeah, lately it's been a real struggle, guys, cuz I've been second guessing every fucking thing that I do now. Everything. And it is not fun. And I'll get to your question, Jason. Like I said, you're right. I should elaborate a little bit on my fears. But I've been damn questioning like all the Netflix shows I watch, all the words that come out of my mouth. I got a new filter on that is not really benefiting me, but it does. I think it's important. I think we should all. Maybe it's just a phase. Hopefully, I'm just going through a phase where I am having second guessing every single thing that I do. But I just want to make sure I don't go to hell. Doesn't hell sound like a horrible place? Wouldn't it be bad to go there? So I'm just trying to watch out for that. But apparently, it's going to be okay, and I got nothing to be afraid of. But if I was afraid of something, here it is. I used to tell myself I was afraid of being alone. You know? Like, that used to be my biggest fear when I would tell people, when you're having a deep conversation and people are like, what's your greatest fear? And it used to be the dark and heights. And then I decided that my greatest fear was being alone. But I don't think that's true because I am the most secluded, like, lonely acting type, like, I don't need no friends, kind of like, I just gonna stay home and I'm better than anybody else, anyways. For somebody who's apparently afraid of being alone, I sure do nothing to avoid it. So I think one of my bigger, I think more accurately, I'm afraid of rejection. And that's awkward. But it's true because I'm constantly just like not wanting to say or do something that's going to get me rejected. And then that's why I isolate myself so much, is because then I can't be rejected, right? Because I'm just doing my thing and I accept myself. So who's going to reject me? And then that makes me very lonely. Alex gets it. Alex totally gets it. I'm in the same. I don't like meeting people, but being alone is not what I want. Yeah. I fear rejection big time. I'm afraid of embarrassing myself. See, we're all the same. We're all the fucking same. It happens. But there's nothing more embarrassing than 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 not doing what you want. You know? Like if you ever realize that you're not doing what you want when you thought you were doing what you wanted, that shit's and then you have to admit to yourself that you're like that you've been doing the wrong thing. It's super awkward. And then man, let me guess. Every single one of you, just like me, when you do put yourself out there, when you finally put yourself out there, instantly you come home and think about everything you did wrong. Like every single word that came out of your mouth, you have to check and be like, did that just make me look like the biggest idiot in the world right now? And sometimes it does. Let's be honest, sometimes we seem really stupid. And that's why we're like, I'm just going to stay home. Because people at home love me. At least we have that. And if you don't, sorry. Oops. Awkward. It's hard. I wish I knew what to do about that. Because honestly, it is pretty, loneliness is not fun. But yeah, I guess I don't, yeah, it's like I'm afraid of, not being alone, but yeah, it's like being alone when you want to not be alone. It's like when you want somebody there and there's nobody. Awkward. Doing things you're afraid of alone. Like I always like having somebody with me when I'm doing a new thing. So I can act anxious and then they'll be like, if I'm with somebody else and I'm acting anxious, they'll be like, "Stop, you're fine." And then I'll be like, "Oh, thank God." But if I'm alone, I have to act tough. When I'm all alone, that's when I start being real strong and 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 just I don't care about anything, but for some reason I avoid that. And yeah, maybe it's cuz when I'm doing that stuff, I have more things to be embarrassed about later when I'm but if you're with like a friend and then they're telling you you're cool in the middle of it and you can chill out a little bit and you don't have to act so bold and outrageous to prove that you're not anxious. And then afterwards you can relay something you said that you feel embarrassed about, and then they'll be like, "No, actually that was fine. I liked when you said that." And then that's completely basically unrelated to what we're talking about, but this day and age it's really hard to not be alone, it seems like. Am I wrong about that? It's kind of hard to find people to hang out with. It's not hard, but it seems hard. What do we do? Hopefully we'll find out soon. I'm not going to do this that much longer, but I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to do... There I go again, acting like I have some big... I'm going to do it now. Now I'm going to poke every day. We'll see. I'm going to try. I'd like to. I think it would be cool. Because then relationships take so much energy. Energy I choose to spend on other things. Yeah, technically, I think you're right. But the thing is, that might be a little bit of, there's something to that, but all the energy you put into relationships, if you build good relationships, they like pay off. And that's not why you're supposed to build relationships. You're not supposed to do it because if you have friends do things for you, but technically friends will do things for you, and then you can spend less energy on those things. Even if it's just venting, like imagine how much energy you can save by having somebody to talk to about your feelings, and then you don't have to be thinking about them all the time. Like there's certain energies that you can't even know that you're spending, and that's a whole nother. I'm going to think about a lot of this stuff now, and I'm excited to come back with some more thoughts about it. But I'm glad I'm not the only one. That feels good. I bet there's a lot of people who don't even tattoo themselves who feel this way. You know? And they should tattoo themselves. That's what I'm thinking. Everybody should be. See, I even feel weird about recommending now that people should tattoo themselves. Isn't that strange? But you know what I decided that's really actually quite good about stick and pokes is how small they are. I will probably be poking after work tomorrow if my back let me. You tell your back it better give you an easy time tomorrow. In the world, as far as the world of tattooing goes, I think we're doing the coolest thing and the most right thing and the most good version of tattooing, I think, is doing it to yourself, so you don't have some stranger scratching you. And then doing these stick and pokes is good because they're small and it's still a tattoo, but it's like the least tattoo there is. Like of all the tattooing, this is the least tattoo. And that's a good thing because tattoos are technically dark. Nothing wrong with that. It's not bad. That's something I've been trying to come to terms with. Dark isn't a bad thing. There's dark and light. And it's only bad when people do dark things. Wait. What is it? When does it become bad? Because murder is bad, right? Murder is bad, but tattooing isn't, but they're both dark. So maybe it's when you're inflicting darkness on other people. Because if you do darkness on yourself, that's just life. And that's just balance or whatever reason we can come up with to justify having a fucking ring light reflecting in my glasses so you know I care what I look like. How embarrassing. Well, I actually feel the same, bro. In fact, we're the same makes me feel like gonna go home now, prepare some stencils, and gonna put a couple of angles on my... Angels or angles? Angels. Angles is spelled different. Probably not today. I would love to see how that turns out, Alex. And if you're not on scratcherspost.com, you should be, because I'm gonna want to see how these turns out, and that's how we know you're real. Let me type it in, because I always feel like when I say it, it doesn't actually come through. But if you go to that website and log in, and when you take a and when you're tattooing yourself, take a picture. Oh, the lady's awake. What's up, lady? Put it on the website. Oh, May's here. What's up, May? That's cool. Okay, need to check it out. Tattoos are not so dark. They're not so dark. They're not so dark. But it's definitely not light. It's definitely not like a white, and it's definitely not like ice cream is kind of dark too, actually, now that I think about it. Everything's balanced. I gotta quit being so judgmental of everything. That's my that's my biggest thing lately that I've been struggling with, is just judging everything. That's not my job. Maybe tattooing isn't dark. Maybe this isn't dark at all, and I've just been being a pussy. Now, pussies are dark. That's a fact. There's no getting around that. If you got one of those, I'm sorry. I'm almost done. Sorry, May. You missed out. Just in time for the goodbyes, but you missed all the good, deep philosophical talk. Okay, need to check it out. Everybody go check it out. There's nothing over there right now. I'm still trying to figure out what it even is. I just know it has to exist. There needs to be a Scratchers post. I just don't know why. So maybe that's what you guys are here for, is to help me figure that out. I can't believe I downloaded TikTok just to see your account is gone. Awkward, right? It's just gone. They just got rid of it. I'll make another one, because I do like the Actually, maybe I shouldn't even be on there. Maybe I should be making... Yeah, fuck. What am I doing? What was I even doing on there? I should just be on here. Because there's shorts on YouTube. I could just make shorts. And then I don't have to use a noodle. But the noodle's funny. It's really fun. Yeah, but they got me for bullying, apparently. I was a bully on TikTok. I'll figure it out. I'm going to make it happen. I just don't know what it is. I love your TikTok, but true. Master Pain, what's up, dog? I'm so glad the crew is here. You have a backup account, I think? Yeah, I do. I'll go change the name of it. Yeah, it got deleted, so they're all gone. All that genius, all that hilarity, all that fun, all that good stuff is just gone. But there is a true Bram Kennedy, and I'm going to change it to Stick and Poke King with a 3 in the poke, because it's the third time I've had to do this shit. But maybe I shouldn't even be wasting my time on there. TikTok. That's why it's called that. It's because it's a waste of time. There she goes. Where are we at with this heart? Do I need to go over this again with a little... Yeah, it's too fadey. Let's get that thing ratted up. What do you guys think? Should I try to get back on TikTok with the noodles? How you doing, man? I miss you. I need my encouragement from you. Fuck! Oh, that's what I've been messing up. I haven't been encouraging you guys. This whole time, I've been trying to find encouragement for myself. Little did I know, that's not even my job. I'm supposed to be out here with you. Well, excuse me, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate that I'm not alone right now, because I was like, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. I'm going to start poking myself, and if nobody shows up, then that's just how it goes. And here I am, here's all my friends. Except Luke. And that's the one missing piece. Hey, while we're here, since I did this earlier, does anybody know why I'm showing you this? Anybody? I found these at Ross, and I was like, hey, I know those. I've heard of those before. Anybody? $100 worth of my hair. I will snip off some of my hair and send it to you if you can tell me why I'm showing you this right now. That's a real... That's a deep reference right there. That's like a year-long wait for me to find out that I can buy those in the States. If anybody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. No clue. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, let's get some. You know what I should start doing? I don't even know what those are. No, because we're from America. Because in America, we don't eat Tim Tams. Okay, we eat cookies and Oreos and chocolate chunk. What are those guys called? The elves? Keeblers. We eat Keeblers here. Because it's darker than tattoo and ice cream. Great point. But no. What could possibly be darker than tattooing and ice cream? I don't know. I don't know what it could be. Didn't Luke say they are yummy or something from England? Basically. Basically. That's the closest answer. There was an Australian. I'll wait. I think it's not actually Luke. But I do miss him. And I hope he eventually sees something from this, like a clip on this, or he watches this and he knows, wow, they're still talking about me. That guy made an impression. That guy knows how to make an impression. That guy's got some ideas. He's given me more ideas than I've given myself. And I have a lot of ideas. What am I doing? Not paying attention is what I'm doing. But yeah, I saw him at Ross. I was like, Tim Tams. Oh my God. I have to get those and show my friends. So can I get some, let's brainstorm for tomorrow's tattoo. Cause I keep trying to get the tattoo idea live in the moment, but it will work someday, and it will work probably we would come up with a tattoo idea tomorrow that I could draw in the moment, but let's brainstorm a little bit. I'll probably not finish it, but I'll try. I just gotta stop. I gotta read ahead before I say stuff out loud, but I appreciate you guys. What should I do tomorrow? What's a good tattoo idea? Should I do the ice cream cone? Or should we go with something else? I want to start doing tattoos that are bigger and take multiple episodes. So we could do part 1, part 2, part 3 of like a wolf, like a big wolf or something. Because I got all this space. Look how much space we have. A lot of space. It's going to take a long time to fill all that up at this rate. That's okay. I'm okay with taking a long time at this, but some bigger ideas so that I wouldn't need to do a new tattoo every episode. Fuck, it's a lot of work to do everything small, and then it leaves me. That Courage the Cowardly Dog tattoo is probably my favorite one, and I'm so glad you guys that we got to be here together doing it because it's so cute. And then my avocado toast, my bull shark. I love my tattoos, guys, and I think part of that is Satan. I think Satan wants me to love my own tattoos. Will you shut up? That damn cat. Always getting in my way. Anyways. Let's wipe this heart and see if I gotta poke it some more, because I'm running out of... I'm not running out of steam. It takes me like 3 months to finish a tat, Linda. That's the right amount of time. Dude. No. Hey, get out of there. Someone's gotta do it. Someone's gotta tell her she's a bitch. That fucking cat. Nobody's telling her. Nobody's telling her she's a little bitch. I gotta do it. I gotta be the one to do it all the time. Saying, hey, quit being a little bitch, cat. Should I do a cat tattoo? You guys would probably like that. Scratchers like cats. I know that's a fact. That's the one thing I have that I'm not very scratcher-like on, because I'm a dog person. But I do know scratchers are cat people, typically. Tell me if I'm wrong. Why don't you do another kids show tattoo? Maybe a show you liked growing up. Dude! Oh my gosh, I fucking just am obsessed with this stream and with you guys. Because actually, my twin sister, I have a twin sister. Now you know. If you don't know, now you know. N-word. My twin sister said I should get... In fact, let me see if I can pull it up, actually, to show you. Because my twin sister... I have a twin sister, now you know. If you didn't know, now you know. Again, she recommended... I'm obsessed with the fact that I have a twin, but it's actually not that cool. She recommended a very genius tattoo that I'm going to try to share as quickly as I can before I prove that I'm not very good at freaking sharing ideas. How do I make this happen quickly? Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna be clicking around and talking about it. But I was sitting there. Now that you mention it, May, about a tattoo from a kids show. It's so funny that's now I got to get back to YouTube so I can see the comments in case anything happens while I'm doing this shit. This is so stupid that I'm spending all these clicks right now while trying to stream. But a kids show tattoo idea is exactly what I was recommended yesterday by my twin sister. I have a twin. Now, if you don't know, now you know. N-word. Let's make this oh, it is a JPEG. Okay, I can just use that. Let's import a new source. It's going to be a media source. Why am I doing this? Well, you guys are going to love this, because this is literally a great tattoo idea if I can just fucking figure out how to share it with you. Where is it? It's not that one. I have to do a different media source. Remove. You guys are in for it, huh? If you're here right now and you're still... Okay, image. That's what I want to share. Browse images. There we go. Here it is. Right? Genius tattoo idea. Freaking amazing. My twin sister gets me better than anybody on the planet. Nobody understands me like her. And I hate it because she's a bitch. She's a real bitch. Just kidding. She's actually not even close to being... How do I see the comments? Fuck. I guess I have to click on this to... This is bullshit. Don't be muted. No, you should be muted. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. It is good, right? So fucking clever. So that's going to be tomorrow's tattoo. Because that's good. She said that. I was hanging out with her one poke after another time. I gotta stop reading bullshit. Not that you're bullshit, but I'm just crazy. But anyways, yeah, so this is the idea. That's a good one, right? But yeah, from a kids show. It's perfect. It's exactly what everybody thinks I should be doing. And that's what I do. I only do what everybody thinks I should be doing, not what I want to do. I should fill that in more, but I gotta be honest, I don't want to. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna leave that red as it is, and I'm gonna sign off. And I just want to say I'm very thankful to everybody here right now and everybody who was here a second ago and who isn't right now. But just know, I'll be back tomorrow, and then I won't promise that I'll be back every day, but tomorrow we're gonna make it happen. Thanks, and thanks, and I guess that's it. Shit, I feel it's pretty anticlimactic. I feel bad about leaving. I feel like I should stay. I'm not staying, but just know I do. Thanks for the. It is a cute sweetheart. Thank you. Thanks, Alex. This is great. I'm glad anyways, I don't know what to say. Except thanks again. Okay, I'm leaving. And I've seen enough goodbyes. What time are you going live tomorrow? By about 2 hours ago from right now. Whatever time zone you're in, 2 hours ago from right now. About an hour and a half ago from right now. It'll be around that time. And thanks again. And onward to victory. And yeah, mornings. Early mornings. That seems like the best time for me. Okay. I think that's it. I think I've said enough. I want to say more. I want to keep talking forever, but I gotta get to work now. Now I gotta go make money. And trust me, it's not gonna be that much money. So, alright. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad. Next time, Linda. I would schedule it around Linda's schedule, but my schedule is actually pretty tight now, so it's gonna be, it's gonna be sad that you won't be there. But now we're gonna talk a lot of shit about your country, and I hope you miss it, and you don't watch it because you're gonna cry. We're gonna say a lot of mean things. Why am I having a hard? I just miss you guys so much that I don't even want to turn this off right now. But I have to. I gotta say, I have to turn this off right now because I have to pee, and I have to go do shit that I actually don't want to do. I have to go do shit now that I actually have no interest in. At least this I care about. Okay. Anyways, still talking. I gotta be done talking now. Okay. I love you. You better not. You better not watch it later, Linda, or you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Tomorrow, I would skip tomorrow's live stream, and I wouldn't watch it. If your name is Linda, don't. Just kidding. If you're gonna watch it later, we will avoid talking shit. We will keep it to the private chat in the talking shit. Okay. Now I'm done talking. This is where I turn it off now. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I have so many more things I'd like to say. I don't even know what the words are that represent those things, but I know I feel it. But yeah, I'm going to turn this off now. Right now is the end of the stream. Shit. All right. Okay, I'm going now. Okay, I miss you guys. I love you. This is it. I'm not enjoying being watched right now. This isn't my whole fantasy. Just being watched. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Time to go. All right. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Okay. Bye bye. All right. I love you. Bye. Okay. Bye.